I say, whoa, not so fast. I'd like to remind everybody what our governor, Kate Brown, said in August of this year, Democrat. Oregon's small businesses are the backbone and thriving of Oregon's economy. The rural entrepreneurship, development, initiative, and an exciting new opportunity to leverage the skills and resources of innovation, local entrepreneurs, and grow rural Oregon economies. Herman Baertschiger, Republican. Totally agree with the governor. Totally agree. Small business is the backbone. I've been a small business individual in many different types of businesses all my life, starting right out of high school. I didn't want to work for anybody. I wanted to work for myself. And that's what I did. It's not an easy road to choose, let me tell you. It's not easy. There's every hurdle in the world. You better be tenacious. This bill hurts those companies. This bill hurts new startups. This bill hurts young people. This hurts people that are disadvantaged. That's what this bill hurts. Even though some of those won't see a big increase in their bottom line, but I'm going to tell you, Mr. President, because of all the hurdles that you're up against of trying to obtain capital and market share, a few $1,000s here, you would not believe. That could be the tipping point whether you stay in business or not when you first start. It's not easy. You know, I can remember when I was young and newlywed with a family in my business, and I had an opportunity. I seen a pathway that I could really grow my business. But you know what it took, Mr. President? You know what it took? My wife and I had to put everything on the line. Every dime we had, our house, our vehicles, every single thing. If I would have failed, we would have lost everything. But we were tenacious, we took the gamble, and we prevailed. No, that's not for everybody, I guarantee you. That's not for everybody. But that's what it takes. Small businesses have always been the driver of an economy. Yeah, you can vote for this bill. You're voting with C corporations and that, and I don't want to get in it because you are. I mean, they're the ones that got a 40% tax reduction out of the Trump administration's 2017 Tax and Jobs Act. And I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I understand what that was supposed to do, to bring in trillions of dollars back into this country. And $1 trillion is a lot of money. We say that like it's not, but you got to remember, $1 trillion is a million billion. It's a lot of money. And having that money flow back into the country will trickle down, and I know, oh, there Baertschiger goes again with trickle-down economics. Well, it works. It works. That works. That gives businesses the access to capital, to grow, to create jobs. And I'm going to tell you something, Mr. President. When a business is healthy, the employees are healthy. When a business is not healthy, the employees are not healthy. The employees are the biggest asset of any business. And I know maybe there are some businesses that don't really see it that way, but that's, I would say, in 90% or more, anybody that's really serious involved in business understands how important those employees are. This business not only attacks small business, it attacks the employees. Because if the business isn't healthy, the employees aren't healthy. Now, I heard some of the arguments. Oh, here we go again. Every time somebody doesn't have a good argument in this chamber, it's about the kids. It's about the schools. Oh, we can't fund the schools. Let me tell you something. We can't fund the schools if we don't have an economy. We will fund schools if we have a good economy, because we'll have more taxes. I'm going to give you an example, Mr. President. In my Josephine County, during the 70s, 80s, and 90s, when the timber industry was thriving and everybody was working, we built 3 high schools in one single year and paid for them. and paid for them. No bonding, just paid for them, wrote a check. Since the timber industry disappeared in my district, guess what? We're struggling. And yes, the teacher from Allendale is absolutely right. We're struggling. But we're not struggling because we want to be struggling. We're struggling because the rug was pulled out from underneath us. That's why we're struggling. This bill, it's not going to help my district. I got a lot of small businesses. And every little bit counts in my district. There's no question about it, including my business, my son's business. They are walking in my footsteps. They've went and started their own business. They're doing the same thing. And I see the challenge that they're faced with. They're faced with a lot more challenges and regulations and government than I was when I started. And that's sad. But small businesses all across this state will suffer. Fishermen, truckers, grocers, ranchers, farmers, all small businesses.